Okay, we're going to do this as fast as we can. First thing to do is to get yourself to a home center. We chose the Home Depot. Okay, the first thing you need to do is to get 1/4-inch birch plywood. Okay, very important that you go to a home center that has a cutting table, because they'll cut it to your specifications, which I'll put in the post. Okay, so we went to Home Depot and bought their brand. It's called the Home Decorators Collection. And it's important that you get this particular one if you're following my instructions directly, because it's 5-inch wide planks, and they're 5/8 by 5 by 38.59 inches. And that's important because you're cutting your plywood to that exact specification times 2. Okay, so the last 2 things you need are sandpaper, and I just chose this sanding block because it's really easy. You don't need anything but this and 120 grit, and also caulking. Now, I chose this Alex Fast Dry, and about 2 containers should do it. This kind has its own applicator, and you don't need a gun, so this is good. Once you've brought everything home, you'll start by doing some light sanding of the plywood. You're just making sure that the edges are smoothed out so you reduce the risk of any splinters. Okay, so you've found enough room to do your project. The first thing I would do is lay out every piece. So there's 6 here and then there's 6 there. Lay them out so you get a sense for how they fit together before you start gluing. And in particular, you want to pay special attention to this first one that you're laying, that this edge and this edge are exactly where they need to be in relationship to the plywood underneath. When you see how it's all going to fit together, then start caulking. Lay your first piece on the bottom right corner of the plywood. Squeeze out the caulking in a back and forth motion. The idea here is to make sure the boards make a good seal. The boards fit very snugly next to each other with a tongue and groove pattern. You may need a small hammer or a block of wood to tap them together. As you do this, make sure that the previous piece doesn't slide as you're tapping in the new piece. As you can see, I put weights on each board after laying it down and gave it about an hour for the caulking to harden before I moved on to the next board. I recommend this so you don't have the previous boards moving after you've set them in place. And when you're all done, leave everything for at least 12 hours to allow the caulking to firm up. That's it. You now have a portable bamboo floor for the yoga practitioners in your house. I expect they are really going to love it. Thanks for watching the tutorial, and I hope it works out for you. Remember, you can check out therootboard.com and see the PDF that we have with more instructions, and really hope you enjoy it.